Perfect. So welcome to the first episode of the Youth Action Alliance Youth Football Show. I'm Callum. I'm a Social Inclusion Officer at Chelsea Football Club. And if I can introduce you guys.
Hi, my name is Mahmood. I play left back and I'm 13 years old.
My name's Caden. I play striker and I'm 13 years old.
My name's Omar. Oh my God. My name's Omar and I'm 4 years old and I'm a GK.
My name's Brian. I'm 12 years old and I like to play on the right wing on the left wing.
Perfect. So yeah, we've got these guys here.
I'm 13.
We're just going to hear talking about the football. So we'll talk about the latest football topics. Obviously, there was the host of Premier League games this weekend. So we're just going to delve into those a little bit and try and get these guys' opinion when they're not laughing. So first of all, obviously, we saw Liverpool draw 1-0 with Brighton. We saw Tottenham draw with Chelsea. We saw Arsenal lose. So we're just going to talk about, first of all, who do you think will challenge for the title this year? So we'll start off with yourself, Brian. Who do you think is going to be challenging for the title this year and why?
Well, before I thought it was Tottenham, but then when I saw one not come to Chelsea, I was like, us. You know, I have a chance, you know. It's just a good striker.
So Chelsea would be your team that's going to win the league?
Yeah.
What do you think about Lampard, though? Is he a good enough manager? Has he done enough for you compared to Klopp or Guardiola?
Not really, I can't even lie.
So do you think Chelsea are better than Liverpool at the moment, or do you reckon Liverpool still have the edge over Chelsea?
I think Liverpool just like a bit more have the edge over Chelsea.
What about you, Omar? Who do you think?
Tottenham for me will challenge Liverpool because I don't know how to pronounce that guy like Berwing. He's actually a really pacey guy on the wing and he can like drive through the defence. And with Van Dijk out still, I think it's going to be hard a little bit.
And what about City? Anyone here going to go for Man City?
I don't think so.
Why not Man City?
I don't think they're not doing the job at the moment.
Like, they're still a good team, but like they're not on the right terms right now.
Not productive.
They're
not performing to what they could be. And I think Leicester City could probably challenge for the title.
Leicester?
Yeah.
Okay, so why Leicester?
I think that because you know how they won it last time. And I think they're quite on form at the moment. So maybe they could have a chance to like bag the Premier League. Because one of the top 6 clubs of the Premier League at the moment are not performing as they should or as they could. So I think maybe Leicester could bag this Premier League.
Is anybody here going for Man United, or are they?
No.
Why not Man United?
Man United
Not being put in the job in.
They got Cavani scored a lucky header at the end, and it would have been embarrassing to lose. I forgot that team. Sorry. Southampton, yeah. Not saying Southampton's a bad team, but it's not good from all, basically.
Yeah. So for yourselves, it's Tottenham. We've got Leicester, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Do you reckon there's any surprises? Anybody out of you think is going to finish in the top 4 that you weren't expecting? Maybe like a Wolves?
Yeah. I think Aston Villa might finish top 4.
Top 4? Why
Yeah.
Aston Villa?
Aston Villa, they be like looking really sharp lately. And yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the other end of the table. So who's going to go down this season?
Sheffield United.
Fulham.
Right, we'll start with Sheffield United. Why Sheffield
I think
United?
Sheffield United, right at the moment, they're at the bottom of the table. I don't think they're performing as they should or as they could. There's a big difference between what they were performing this season and last season. Last season they were doing all right, but this season I think they've dropped standards and I think they're going to drop.
Why have they gone so badly this season? What do you reckon is the reason why?
It could be it could be any season. It could be transfers,
New signings,
players that have like gone away and stuff.
Yeah, so then the keeper went from
Dino to Man United, and Dino was actually carrying their team. Yeah.
And they've been found out a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Who said Fulham?
Me.
Why do you think Fulham are going to go down?
They lost nearly all of their games where they played, drew or lost, and then they won like on the weekend from a penalty, and like they had a lot of penalty chances, and they missed some, scored some, but it hasn't been like good for them, even though they were like good last season and not in the Prem, but like they need to be better if they want to like stay in the Prem.
Did anybody see Lookman's pen where he chipped it down the middle?
Yeah, and
he messed up the Pinenka. Would any of you have the guts to do that? Have a little Pinenka?
Only if we're winning by a big difference.
Yeah.
If it's
straight down the middle.
If it's a 0-0, then
Yeah, because in 0-0 you don't think it's
just
good
slot it, you know.
Yeah, just like get the 3 points because like it's at the end of the game and it's a 1-1. Just wanna like smash it in the net and then get home with the 3 points. But it was a bit silly from him.
Yeah, it is a bit silly because why chip it in the middle? Because if someone goes the other way, you could just come back because it's chipped quite slowly.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a good Panenka. It was just slowly. The keeper could, even if he went to dive, he could still pick it up. All right, so we've got Fulham, Sheffield United. What's the third team we think is going to go down? We've got West Brom, Burnley. Any of those two teams? Brighton, maybe?
I don't expect Burnley to drop down. I don't think they should. Because they've been in like the Premier League for like a good couple of years now and stuff. And I don't think they should drop down. Maybe West Brom, as they just came back to the Premier League. Maybe that they've realised that Premier League and Championship is two different things. Maybe I think they're going to drop back down. With Sheffield United.
West Brom. Yeah, West Brom.
I would say Burnley.
Burnley, why do you think Burnley?
I think dropping that, even though they've been in for a very long time, they're losing standards kind of because their games has been won and lost, but lost more, and then it's looking hard for them to like defeat Tottenham or something or get a draw with them.
Yeah, and they lost 5-0 to City the weekend as well. That's terrible.
Yeah.
So another thing that obviously comes down to is obviously the Championship and below have decided they're going to do 5 subs per game. Jurgen Klopp was arguing at the weekend that teams in the Premier League should do 5 subs. Do you think it's a massive advantage for the big teams with big squads to have 5 subs? Or do you think teams should do it? Yeah, go on, anyone.
I personally think they should just stick to 3 subs because they're only allowed to swap 3 players per game. So there's no point of having 5 people on the bench because 2 of them will just be sitting there for the whole game.
But what they're saying now is they can bring 5 players on. So they want to have a subs bench of 9 and bring 5 players on rather than 3.
Oh.
Go on.
I don't think that's the best option because having 5 players is having 5 fresh new legs like onto the game, and maybe it could be an advantage, but at the same time it's fair for both teams. But I just don't think it should happen. And 4 other subs are not going to be able to play.
So what the Sheffield United manager said was that it's unfair for Liverpool to have 5 subs because his squad's bigger. He's got more money to spend compared to Sheffield United where their squad's smaller.
Yeah,
so it's going to affect them. If they can bring on, say they had Jota on the bench, they can bring Jota on and then he hasn't got those capabilities. So does it make it unfair for the smaller teams?
100%.
Yeah. And then also, as Mahmood said, it's going to be fresh legs, but like they're all still going to be tired for the next day if there's training or like a rest day, but he still might be tired from the game. And they need to keep like a lot of players fresh because it's easy to pick up injuries in that type of professional league.
And also, it's fair to do it in the Championship and below because your teams are not as big. So if anything, they're equal. Like but having a Premier League and having big teams and then small teams at the bottom side of the table, then it's just unfair. It's not equal.
No, I agree. But in terms of the reason why Jurgen Klopp said he wants 5 subs is because we're in exceptional circumstances. Players have had to cram this season into less months. If you see the Champions League now is every week rather than every 2 weeks. Do you reckon that's a good excuse? Do you think players are going to get more injured?
Not really.
It's more game time, but
it's more tired.
It's more game time for those players, but it's a risk as well of losing some of your players.
Yeah, because obviously Liverpool have lost quite a few players this year. Van Dijk, Gomez. Do you reckon that's because they're rushing him back or overplaying or too many games?
Yeah, too many games.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just overplaying.
We feel like versus like a lower team in the league, you don't really need to put a 80 plus rated player in defence to like clamp them.
Yeah.
So
I disagree on that point because you can have let's say playing against a not very good team, and you put on a squad of maybe not the best of like in your team for a higher club, and you could underestimate their opponent and you could still lose. So I don't think like you should underestimate.
Perfect. And then the last question we've got for you is we want you to just design your best Premier League 11. So imagine you're on FIFA Ultimate Team and you had to bring a Premier League team. What would it be? So we need a goalkeeper, 4 at the back, 3 in midfield, and then 3 up front. So we'll start with keepers. So everybody pick a keeper who they'd pick and decide who would that be. So
Premier League.
Premier League, yeah.
Who'd
your keeper be?
I think maybe Mendy, the Chelsea one.
Mendy? Yeah, why Mendy?
I've seen him last few games. Seen him play, and I think he's made vital saves and stuff. So I think he has opportunity, he has a chance to be in a 11.
Perfect. So who'd you go for?
I think Lloris. He's a key goalkeeper. He's like a cat in the goal, and he also helped France to win the World Cup.
So he's got those leadership skills as
Yeah.
well. Well, you're the keeper. Who are you saying?
I'm saying Emi Martinez, which was from Arsenal for a very long time, and then moved to, I think, was it West Ham? No,
Villa.
Villa, yeah. He's a very good keeper. He's saved Arsenal in the past a lot of times. When Bernd Leno was out injured, he was still doing a good role as a second keeper and not the first keeper. And he's been really good in goal, so I'm picking Emi Martinez.
Okay. Last thing, go, Brian.
I'll just say Michael because when I was watching the Leicester games, we're just playing really well. And when they shot, none of the shots are going in, and the defenders are making it a lot easier for him.
Perfect. So who are we going to pick then out of those four? We've all got 4 different keepers. So who's going to be our number 1? Who do you think?
Lloris.
I'm saying Emi Martinez.
I'll say Lloris.
Lloris. We got 2 for Lloris. So we'll go for Lloris to
We'll go
start.
for
with.
Lloris. Yeah.
15 years.
All
So
right.
what?
It's been sick, bro.
Right back. Let's go right back.
Trent.
Yeah,
Trent.
Trent.
Are we all happy with Trent?
Isn't
Yeah.
Trent.
All right. Somebody tell me why Trent then.
Trent is I forgot what it was, but he was born and raised in a club that he's playing for right now. I think exceptional player, great cross, great shot. Maybe young, but still has a lot of experience in key matches. But yeah, right back.
He's really smart as well, and really quick and electric as well. Fast and everything. He can do a great job in right back, yeah.
Perfect. That's an easy one. Trent at right back.
Key player.
Key player. Perfect. So we'll go left back now.
Left back,
Have me in there.
Robertson.
Robertson.
Hector Bellerin.
Bellerin. Isn't he a
He's
right
a
back?
right back.
Oh yeah, sorry. My bad.
Left back we got Chilwell. Anyone for him?
Yeah, Chilwell, yeah.
Digne for Everton. He's had a good start.
I
I
mean,
say
had a good
Chilwell.
shot.
Chilwell's actually good in the national league.
I don't think he gets. He's very underrated. I don't think he gets as much attention as maybe our key players do.
Yeah.
I think he's quite good.
Anyone else? Chilwell, Robertson.
Same Chilwell.
Chilwell.
Yeah,
Chilwell.
Yeah.
So we
I'll
go
with him.
Trent and Chilwell. So centre backs now. So who would we go for a centre back?
Can we
One
do
at a
that?
time.
Can we do that? People that injured.
Yeah, you can do him.
So Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that a quick, easy one, Van Dijk?
Van Dijk.
And Thiago Silva, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, who do you reckon? Who do you go for?
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. Anyone? Who the other one? Are we all going Thiago Silva?
Thiago Silva.
yeah.
Perfect. So let's go DM. Who's
Kante.
Kante.
Can't
Anyone else with Kante? Fernandinho? Fabinho?
I think Kante.
Isn't Fernandinho a centre back now?
Yeah, he does both. He does a bit of both.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer.
Eric Dyer. Anyone for Eric Dyer?
I think Kante.
Wow.
Kante.
Quick, fast,
He could attack and defend.
Yeah, Kante.
very good at defending.
And he's got nice feet. And I was watching one of the Chelsea games. I thought it was again, where he literally ran through the whole team and just smacked it top corner.
So Kante.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Kante.
So another centre mid.
Centre mid.
Who we
De
got? We
Bruyne.
got De Bruyne.
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore's he's only
He's
picked
a
up
bit.
a handful
He's a
of
bit
games.
young, but he's so good at the. He's so good.
What
Very
about
young.
anybody seen Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes.
So we've got De Bruyne. Anyone want to give a reason why De Bruyne? Go on.
Exceptional.
Why? What's he good at?
His vision
His
is...
vision is exceptional. His crossing in, his play, which is very intelligent. Yeah, and he has a lot of experience.
And he's also like his free kicks are like world class. And
Yeah.
you can just like, if you ask him to do something, he'll like do it anyway you tell him to. It's like, boom.
So we've got one more in De Bruyne. Are we happy with that one?
Yeah. Other midfield, I think, it's a bit of a debate.
Henderson, did we want to? Maybe?
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Captain?
Henderson. Yeah,
No.
he's.
He's a bit slow.
Henderson is,
No,
but
but-
he has good leadership, very good leadership.
Yeah.
David Silva.
David Silva,
He's not in the Premier
He's
League
not in anymore. He went last season. Who else are we thinking? Any other English players? Maybe we have Maddison, Grealish can play in there.
Van der Beek
Van der Beek. That's
from Man
another one.
United.
Pogba.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Pogba. He's skinny, but he's got skills. Right, it's Pogba.
And Pogba.
He's gonna go Pogba.
Yeah, Pogba.
Yeah,
It's just the balls that he makes.
and he's very confident as well. He can drive through anyone, and he's got like silky feet as well.
So we're happy with Pogba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we think he's not playing for Man United this season at the moment? Why do you think Ollie's not picking him?
I don't even
Go
know.
on.
I just don't think he had his moments in it's like 15 minutes of fame. Like he's been on form and stuff, but he's lacking form at the moment.
He might not be putting enough effort into training.
Yeah.
So we've got the final three. So who's going to play right wing?
Sterling,
He's left wing.
but he can still play on the right.
So we got Sterling on the right wing.
Willian on the right.
Willian. Anyone else? Got any more?
Salah. Or Bale.
Salah,
Ooh,
Bale,
Bale.
Son.
Bale.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say Bale.
I'll say Willian.
Go on, give me a reason why Willian then. Emma.
Willian, he's direct.
Yeah.
He can like outpace you as well. He's got good free kicks, and yeah, I'll just say Willian for me.
So who are we going for? William? Any people saying
William,
Bale? People
Bale
quite-
was
Yeah.
I'll say Bale because
He's
Yeah.
experienced in other leagues as well.
Yeah.
He's in the
If you
Premier
look at
League.
Bale's winning record, it's like 5 Champions League or something
Yeah.
crazy like
It's
that.
crazy.
So we're going Bale, but he hasn't been starting this year. So Jose
Hasn't
Mourinho
signed
doesn't like him. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe because I don't.
Maybe he's not
Jose
fit yet.
Mourinho is
Yeah.
strict though. He's really
Yeah.
strict. He's like rude to like people like Danny Rose and stuff.
Yeah.
So Bale on the right wing. Who's going to play left wing?
I think Bergwijn from Tottenham.
Yeah, but
well.
yeah.
Anyone else? We got Sterling. You want to get him? Mahrez
Mahrez, no.
or Mane? No, he said
Oh,
Mane.
yeah.
Mane,
Forgot.
he's pacey.
I think it might be Mane.
Yeah.
Mane.
Go on, why Mane then?
He's just an outstanding player,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
He's very efficient. He's quite fast as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to go Bale one side, Mane the other side. All right, who's your striker then? Who's
I
the
think-
Same with Werner.
Werner. That's
I think
quick. Anyone else?
Pookie.
Well, since
Okay.
he missed the
Pookie
sweaty.
won the Prem.
Yes.
Pookie's won the Prem.
He's not the
Oh,
Premier
yeah,
League.
he's not.
So we got Kane,
Rodrigo from Leeds, in my opinion.
Rodrigo.
Aubameyang.
Mitrovic for them.
What about Calvert-Lewin? He's top goal scorer at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But he's,
He's a bit slow.
yeah, and he lacks experience a little bit.
Nice.
He has
But
good
he's-
headering as well.
No one wants to go for Harry Kane.
Harry
No.
Kane's been picked way too many times.
Who else is there? We got Tammy Abraham.
There's Charlison.
Abraham, yeah, quite. So I think Abraham or
I've seen
Werner.
in Chelsea training his like free kicks and shots.
Yeah.
It's very good. Like in the unseen episodes, like his shots. Tapping him, yeah, I might go tapping him.
yeah, or Werner.
Who are we going for then?
I think Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
Well,
I think it's 2
So
to 1.
Brian, it's up to you.
It's 2 to 1 ratio.
Oh, it's up to you, man. Who you say?
2 to 1, I think.
I
think
Tammy
Rodrigo.
Abraham.
I think yeah, Abraham.
Abraham. So we got Tammy Abraham. So the team is
Why not?
who do we go for? So we're Lloris, Trent,
Okay.
Van Dijk, Thiago Silva, Chilwell,
And there's
Kante, De Bruyne, Pogba, Bale,
Mane.
Mane, and Abraham.
Abraham.
And that's your team. Do you think that will win the league?
Yeah.
I don't think Abraham will do the job, in
No.
my opinion.
Yeah, I think I
He
have.
makes
So
it-
we've got a
he
couple
makes-
of debates.
Yeah, I
He makes,
don't think
he
I'm
makes
having-
good runs though. He makes
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
runs.
but I'm having second thoughts about Abraham now.
We're going to stick with that?
Harry,
I
no.
think-
Timo Werner. Man.
Yeah, Timo Werner. Timo
No.
Werner.
We're going to stop it?
There's also Aubameyang.
Yeah, I
Been
said
putting
Aubameyang.
a lot of work in
Oh yeah.
recently.
Perfect.
Because what I like about Werner is like he's always like in the right position, never like wrong, and then he's always there to just.
So should we go Tammy Abraham until half time and then we bring on Timo Werner?
Yeah,
For
and
a
if
bit
you
of
have 5
pace.
subs left.
Yeah, we're
But, like, he missed quite a lot of shots in his last game. Like,
Yeah, he did,
missed
you're
his
right.
sweaty.
he dragged it wide once and then, but he scored at once at least. But he needs to be more clinical.
Perfect. And the last question is, who's going to be the top goal scorer this season? Just a quick answer, one answer. Who's going to finish top goal scorer this season in the Premier League?
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin.
I'm not sure. Probably Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, same for me.
All 4 of you Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, he's
Perfect.
top goal scorer at the moment.
And he can keep that as well.
I'll remember that then for the end of the season. I'm going to see if you remember that answer at the end of the season. Okay, perfect. Okay, brilliant, guys. So thank you very much for the first episode. Hopefully we get you back here next week to ridicule your answers, see where you went right, see where you went
Yeah.
wrong. But yeah, thank you very much for the first episode of the Youth Action Alliance Youth Football Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, man.
Hey,